Righty-ho. That was fun. Not really, actually. If it worked, it's down to Pixie number 1. Nobody pisses me off, but it's like well, no. Let's clarify this. Endlessly, particularly from 2020. Everybody you meet and liaise with is kind of a bit of a pixie. With the exception, well, no, I was going to say with the exception of the cancelled pointy hat. All of them. So, it does come back to the old line. When you ain't got nothing. Which actually means when you have your dignity 1000% intact always, your self-esteem intact because you just push, no, not even push, meander down certain straightforward societal projects, and all you ever encounter is lost pixie class, always. And all I care about is the environment where I used to live up until a year and a half ago. I moved down here so I was free to sort of begin to attempt to engagingly write up. For example, I can't remember if I've missed bits out of this, how that couple would smugly sit with the Extinction Rebellion woman in Kington, him a church elder, ex-army chaplain, moraliser, bullshitter, but supposedly avowed green. And in 2020, he bulldozes. Now, I'm making an expression as if this is funny. Now, July 2020, I couldn't believe it. I would wander the hills behind Kington, living 6 kilometres up into the hills. And I loved that big badger set, hidden away in the hills. A sanctuary set. Kind of only I knew about it over a couple of years. Sanctuary set, meaning they'd been persecuted all around. I'd watched it over 3 or 4 years, sadly. And then to my amazement, in about probably 2018, I do have films of it. One day I'm walking up an incredibly steep, overgrown, right at the top of a valley, right up in there, almost on the common land. Totally overgrown. I see this amazing, huge badger set, and then another, and then another, and then another. And it's like, good for them. They found their watership down peace place. A couple of years I would wander by them once a month, because you don't want to disturb them. And nobody ever went there because it was so overgrown and I could just about track. And to think that fucking cunt, July 2020, bulldozed them alive when the Cubs were in there. Yeah. Now, that's actually the least interesting thing that I observed over many years. A shabby one. Would it be true to say he didn't have his hand in the government pot or the council pot? Well, he did. The environmental money that is available if you're a real nasty bastard but pretend in the community. They actually used to host the Green parties, the Green events, and sit there smugly next to whichever pixie is this week's Extinction Rebellion woman, always, at the table, their little trestle table of fraud and total failure, because they're all egomaniacs that can never work together. They make everything personal, everything. Oh, you're not in my perfect little clique. of, we only have peach-coloured trestle tables. They're all vicious as hell. I mean, in their personal lives. Unfortunately, they put the viciousness into people around them rather than against the polluters and nature murderers. They're just laughable. Anyway, yeah, just somehow writing up the good story of that, which I have so treble backed up, recorded over 10 years, photographed, filmed, all of it over quite a big region. Yeah, that's all I'm interested in. There we go. Anyway, the end.